Hi, this is Barbara Russell. Today I want to talk to you about people pleasers. Are you a people pleaser? I know I had a client the other day who said that that was just her personality, that she was born that way. Well, the statement I made to her was kind of shocking, I think, because I said, people pleasing is not a spiritual gift. No, you can have the gift of being an encourager, a gift of hospitality, a gift of helps. But people pleasing is not who you were designed to be. Well, she looked at me as though I had declared that apple pie and baseball were not American traditions. She was shocked. As are many people, we kind of think, oh, I have to please people. But think about that for a minute. If you're trying to please people, it's generally because you're afraid of something. Are you afraid they won't like you? Are you afraid of conflict? What is it that you're afraid of? So when we people please, we have to look at what we're afraid of. And let me tell you that actually when you admit it, when you say, you know, I'm afraid that people won't like me, when you say that out loud, it already has lost some of its power. So you're way ahead just by acknowledging that you have fears. But then what do? The next step, if you say, yes, I have that fear, I'm afraid that people won't like me, or maybe something bad will happen, I'll get fired if I'm not people pleasing. Here's what you do. You actually are aware, you name that fear, and then you step into that. Now what I mean by that is, usually people are just afraid. They don't look at it any further, they just get frozen in that fear. But when you step into it, you say, okay, so what would happen then? What if they don't like me? What might they say? What might I say? What might I do? And generally, you will come to the conclusion that the world does not end. You are going to be okay. Now, it might be painful, it might be things that you don't like, and you really want to have a friendship or whatever it is. But the reality is, nothing bad will happen if you face that fear of being a people pleaser. I know one of our interns the other day said, as a people pleaser, I was really afraid when I had to confront a couple that I was working with about their marriage. And indeed, they seemed upset. The session kind of ended under a tense moment, and he wasn't really sure what was going to be the result. Maybe they wouldn't come back. But he felt obliged to confront them about something that was going on in their relationship. However, the next week, they came back and said, you know what? That was a turning point for us. We were able to look at some things that we hadn't been looking at before, and we changed our relationship. Our marriage is better because of that. Inevitably, that's what happens. We don't confront in anger or being rude, selfish, or stingy. When we do that with love and with caring, but we're not afraid, we're not a people pleaser anymore, then you don't have to worry about that statement that people pleasing is not a spiritual gift. Use your other gifts. Use what you have for your job, for your ministry, for the duration of what you need to do here on this earth. This is Barbara Russell saying, don't be a people pleaser.